Hey, there it is. The beginner's guide. Nice ambience. Very true, however, there are many other fucked up things going on right now that aren't being covered. Listen, my philosophy is quite simple. You can't do much, but you shouldn't do nothing, so you should do what you can. Whatever that may be. Forbes fucking lied to me. So, this game does look like Source Engine from what I saw. Listen, I didn't really know what to title this stream because reading the reviews of this game and like the bio, like I have no idea what happens. All I've been told is that it's a lot of people say just to play it and don't read spoilers, just play it. And it's not very long. And I've also been told that specifically creators and creatives and artists should play it. That's kind of all I know. So, and I know it's about an hour and a half runtime. So we're just gonna get into it. This may destroy my psyche. Best get to bee hopping.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide.
You're welcome for me turning on subtitles, by the way.
I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today
Stanley Parable was a marvelous game.
A series of events that happened between 2008.
Okay, sorry, I shut the guy up already. I have already played the Stanley Parable. I played it for my birthday stream, not last year, but the year before, 2024, my 19th. I think I played that game for like 4.5 hours. The deluxe edition. Very fun. One of my favorite games ever. So that may get, I don't know, I may make a video on that at some point, but at the same time, boy, I kind of want the achievements of like not playing it for 10 years. So we'll see.
And 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make.
Apple juice is hitting.
So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's
Holy sensitivity.
You can walk around here,
This looks very Counter-Strike.
And mostly it's...
Sorry, I have to shut you up again. This is a little too sensitive for my taste.
It's just...
That's still too sensitive for my taste. Why are the menus soaked in reverb?
I'm fucking tweaking!
Well, so much for my setting here. All right, well, I'm apparently now navigating the beginning of this game with... Thank you, Peepo. You spent 1,000 fucking points on that. Excuse me for 1 second. I can't figure out how the fuck to... All right, well...
of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is.
That's how you form great connections with great art.
What we're going to do here.
Especially musicians.
So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing
like this
to
stack
try to
of coal.
understand what he had just made.
It's like Minecraft coal blocks there.
He just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last
Oh, he
game,
can
and
jump.
then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start
Jesus
creating
Christ.
again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda.
Shout out Coda.
So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveyWreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game.
So is this the whole
As
game
each
it's going
is
through his
loading,
games?
I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Is that what the game is? Wait, that's really interesting then. So it's going through Coda's unreleased games that he sat on. Oh, okay. This is a really bad time to have high DPI. I gotta get in there. I gotta save the city.
It's called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Uh-huh. Jesus Christ, I can't. I can't. I can't move. I can't. Jesus fucking Christ. I gotta get in there, man. Oh,
Security call breached.
abandoned ship.
Also alien life form.
Coda, where are you?
It kind of looks like this game was abandoned mid-development.
Yeah, I picked up
For
on that.
instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters.
I'm
or
out of
enemies
bullets, I think.
somewhere. But then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Yeah, I just found out about that.
But ultimately, we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is.
Maybe.
And I think that we
Open
should
to
talk about
interpretation.
these games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
True. I think we should do that more with art in general. I think comparison kills a lot of wonderful things because it doesn't live up to previous expectations. Well, what do I know, right?
Begin ship evacuation.
Can I jump in here? Yes. Can't crouch. It's a little dark. Yeah, I can't reload. Do I jump out? Whisper machine.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
That's great. We got in here. Doors that don't open. What is that, Braille? Snowman's face? Oh, sweet. Oh, not a maze. Oh, brother.
Apparently, this space station has a labyrinth on it.
Yeah.
Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Oh, thank you. Did it teleport me to this spot, but I figured it out anyway? Did I just do that? Did I see? That's fucking awesome. With 20,000 DPI, by the way. Light work, no reaction. All right, that's not the right. Okay, now we're back to normal, I think.
Okay, this is the part
That's
interesting.
awesome.
The game has this narrative about the Whisper machine and how it has to be turned off.
I saw
and
the
then
sign,
you get
yeah.
to the engine room.
Ooh.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all.
Cortana?
That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature.
Do I sacrifice
You-
myself?
Your body
Yeah,
will stop the
okay.
beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
If I want. Anything about that? I don't even know what you look like. You could just be a WAV file playing over an intercom. How do I know you're a real lady? What's your social security? Can I use your credit card? You guys have anything
This
non-dairy?
is not a branching point. Unfortunately, the only option is to step into the beam.
Anything gluten-free?
Let me pause you
Oh
for
wow.
a second. What you
That
just
was
experienced,
death.
stepping into the beam and then dying,
Instant.
is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Okay. That maze felt much larger than that.
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it, like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse.
That's true.
I don't even know.
A lot of people
I have
screaming
no idea
and
what he was
beeping.
thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he
Mini
made
games.
after leaving this one behind.
Oh. Also, for the next ad break, don't snooze it. We can let it play. I'll just pause for 60 seconds. Because then after an ad plays, we're good for like 40 minutes. So, I can't move.
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
Well, that's interesting. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous
The future
game, but
could not be
actually
seen.
It seems to be more focused, more complete.
Very simple, but
Coda's
to the
trying to
point.
give it a unique voice rather than simply
Keep
basing
changing?
it on a pre-existing trope.
Why does the future keep changing? Oh, I guess I read that out of order. Keep changing? Future. Does why? They make them. Clearer it becomes. Looks and stops when she. I should probably read what that actually is trying to say. When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. But if the future is always behind her, how would she find the strength to confront it?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
What do you think the speedrun for these levels are? Oh. Oh, I can walk forward now. What a novelty. Is this? Okay, very, very fixed, very linear. We're now entering. Oh, like, gotta get a screeny. Is this it?
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Does it get a sequel?
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Oh.
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but
I can
what are you
crouch.
gonna do?
I can crouch. We've leveled up. Coda, you've done it.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens.
Sisyphus.
So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Backward stairs speed launch. Oh, this reeks of Gmod now. Oh, this is too much for me. The game is nothing but giant black text of what's happening. Lavish manuals come to the game giving you to how to play. You are the queen, dusting your jewelry while your kingdom is destroyed.
And nice.
Plays a pair of floating eyes emitting footstep noises. A key in one game unlocks a door in a completely separate game. Game is nothing but giant. I already read that one. I may be stupid.
He didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was.
This is my notes. Literally same. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like, man.
Person, but that
a stranger appears.
See that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Very interesting architecture. Live in a boat, taking orders from the captain. The captain is always wrong. Oh, I was reading that, asshole. Ready, set, fish. Is this web fishing? Web fishing before web fish? How many fish could a web fish fish if a web fish could fish web? Hello.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle.
No way.
Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Is it... What? Lever again? Does it change rooms?
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon. We're gonna see it a lot.
Hello, snowman. Okay. Coda, you're leveling up your shit. Okay. Okay. I see you.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get...
It's an ad break. Here, I'll give you something to munch on in the meantime. Fuck, where is it? Fuck, where is it? Fuck, where is it? Use code Jarvis_life in the Fortnite and Rocket League item shops for infinite yummers. Or else. Who the fuck are you? I'll kill you.
I died.
Oh, they got me, man. Oh, do we need to stall even more? I haven't seen the thing that the ads have actually started. Did I miss it? Did somebody snooze it last second? I don't think so. But then again, Sari doesn't say anything because Sari isn't fucking connected, so. Oh well. Oh, there it is. Okay.
I love the kind of woman that will actually just kill me. You know, when I left the house today, I was thinking, damn, I really hope some hot chick paints my brains all over some fucking hallway. And here we are.
I mean, really, just absolutely destroy me.
I'm talking full-on watermelon in the thighs level carnage.
And I wanted to
scare the shit out of me.
I mean, I hope I piss myself. I hope I piss myself and you call me
your little pee-pee piss-piss boy.
That's enough of that.
America needs his calm and steady leadership to build a safer America, a prosperous America, a stronger America. Vote for Mr. Frog, and together we can build Mr. Frog's America.
Hello, I'm Mr. Frog and I approve this message. No, I don't. I hate you. Fuck you.
You did not just call me a coward. Fine. Fine.
I love the kind of woman that will actually just kill me.
You know, when I left the house today, I was thinking, damn, I really hope some hot chick paints my brains all over some fucking hallway.
And here we are.
I mean, really, just absolutely destroy me. I'm gonna try this with a straight face.
I'm talking full-on watermelon in the thighs level carnage.
And I want to scare the shit out of me. Fuck.
I mean, I hope I piss myself.
I hope I piss myself.
And you call me
your little pee-pee piss boy.
Pressure.
I want you to fuck me up. I mean, I want you to make me your bitch. Your little pee-pee piss myself bitch.
This sucks.
I want it to get embarrassing.
I mean, like, weirdly embarrassing.
Unsanitary too. We should be entirely different people by the end of the first 8 hours. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here?
I mean, I'm a real freak. I'm not normal. Ma'am,
Please, you have to crush me.
Anyways, welcome back from the ad break. Let's continue the video game. Hello, or more like E, but you know.
Get to the end. Simple enough. All right, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Oh. I see now. My chakras are in alignment. I understand.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing.
Coda, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Comes after the stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So,
there's so
in the
much.
stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic
Oh my
element.
god!
Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
It's to enjoy. Now we're back here. I'm exiting.
Aha. So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Okay. Coda. March 2009, I was 4 years old. I turned 4 years old that month, in that year. Oh. Happy birthday. This is nice.
Let's talk about video game development for a second.
Something I know very little about.
Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development. To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines,
I was about to say, this gives me VR chat. Well, I was thinking it earlier too on the level where I had to sacrifice myself. I was thinking that too. It gave that kind of vibe.
Certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well. The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
I wonder what that would be. This opening is very... Oh, it's sliding glass. Okay, I was about to say, I was thinking like, this is fucking cute. Good night, Mr. Peepopper. Pleasure seeing you as always. This is, Is there a bag? Can I order something? There's an upstairs. Hello? Anybody home? I can jump. I forgot I can do that. We can crouch. We have so much room for activities. Can I order something? Oh. Well, that's a strange kitchen. All right. Isn't there a level in the Stanley Parable like this? As you can see. I can skip time! I can do whatever I please. It just keeps going. I'm free! I'm gonna hit that triangle. Nope, it just like forced me to go here. What? Or am I bad? Can I not readjust that well? Going down? What if I want to go over here? Oh, I biffed it. Oh. It just tossed me in there anyway. Do you know how to airstrafe? Listen, source game movement is not my forte. I sit there and be funny. That's my role. You've seen my Counter-Strike gameplay. Do you, like... No, I was never a surf kid either. I've surfed maybe twice in my life. Not, obviously, I've been like... No, I've CS surfed like twice. Hate to break it to you. Same person that's never played a FNAF game properly. Don't hold W when air moving. A and D onlys. See, thank you. Was that so difficult? What the fuck is this? That's a contraption, bro. I don't want to go in that. I knew it. You're gonna... You fucker. Don't mind me just getting screenshots. Stables for horses like they're telling me to get in. What the fuck? Oh. I can't leave.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
What if I wanted to? Oh, we would find a way to pass the time.
You about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else.
Coda's got a good sense of humor, at least.
Every single one of those, just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Narrator, he lied. Said, my dumbass looked at that and said, I wonder if that's a swing. Yeah, it's like the childlike wonder kicked in. There's that fucking face again.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time. There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Hidden Mickey, but he wasn't public domain yet. What the fuck?
Here,
oh, I'm covering.
Kind of
oh, I just double dipped. Shit, hold on. I forgot. There's two of me. This is the mini guy for the Long Dark. I forgot to change the thing in the stream deck to where it hides the other one. Excuse me for one moment. I should have prepared for this. What a blunder on my part. I royally fucked up in that department. How do I do this again? I need to click the other one. So now, there we go. All right, excuse me there. There's text at the bottom. That's why I was like this.
Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
You there? Did you come from up above? What was up there? There was a world stamped with whiteness. There was an enormous prison I spent hours in. Well, it's all of the above. I'm gonna say the prison because that may be the most notable. Yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours in. That's the world above. You've been there. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, I did. Tell us the solution. How else I get to the other side? I didn't solve it. Someone else let me in. You don't want to go over there. I'll be cryptic. I'll be cryptic. Oh no, but I do. Also, hello, Marie. We do. We need to get there. Do you understand? It's the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you, there is nothing I want more. I think you guys need to put some more firewood in there. So-called free thinkers. Sorry, I got the perfect line. I'm gonna put a good screenshot. So, boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Money shot. Oh. How did you get here? Is there a puzzle you had to pass through? Yes. Did you much know how to solve it? No, I've been. Oh, these guys are a little gullible, aren't they? No. You actually find the blank space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? The space between doors? You want me to look at it again? Actually, now that you mentioned, I remember it feeling strange as I passed through it. I don't recall any space between doors. I'm just gonna start lying to him. Don't think too hard about it. You'll see it again soon. Okay. Well, there's one light. There's 2 lights. There's 3 lights. Do I hear 4?
And so we make one last descent.
I do.
Down to the final floor of the level.
5. 5 lights. That one's at an angle. 6. 6 lights. What in the fuck? Gulp.
It's a lamppost.
It is.
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something.
This is what the UK is like.
Which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination.
I kind of relate to the sentiment.
Well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed.
You start by just kind of making shit for the hell of it, but then you want
and as we go, that
meaning behind it.
Clearer and clearer and clearer.
Okay, Coda. Leveling up your work king or queen. Royalty is better, probably. April 2009. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players? Really? What the fuck? What?
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet.
Oh,
all
well.
of the notes that you're gonna see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento.
Game jam. Fun fact, I participated in a game jam for about a day, and then we realized we couldn't complete it in time with the idea that we had, so we gave up. I was going to be the UI designer like 3 years ago. That's the closest I've ever come to game development.
I grew up. I saw him working on this
on impromptu lore drop. There you go.
This very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy trying to get his attention. I was over enthusiastic, but he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually. Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
I believe you, but
either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness.
A little bit.
I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that
some movie trailer parody. In a world full of notes, one man will read all of them. This summer,
but it's ironic,
you will
isn't it,
believe blue
that
speech
in
bubbles
playing
can
this
talk.
game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him.
Do not be afraid,
I have
do
to be honest
care.
with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That
I can't even read all of this.
Play someone's game.
I can't read all of this.
in their head and get to know them better and have to do
Nothing
less
will
of the
ever be
messy
that beautiful again. I'm
in-person
crying now. I'm
socializing.
planning on ripping my
I
eyes
just get
out. I
to know
must
you
go
through
now
your
to do
work.
that.
I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Great work, Coda. Seriously. Never change. Once upon a time, I did. I'm king of the world! Define fun. F is for friends who do stuff together. Well, I'm glad these gray out once I view them. I know it said that there's no like progress to viewing them all. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot, actually. I can make that. No, I can't. It's an invisible wall. I will happily take my time and look at all of them. Because there's something deeply wrong with me. I don't think all are accessible anyway. Are you serious? Why'd you show me if I can't have it? What the shit is this cavern? Boring. I can assure you, guarantee that there's an acorn somewhere here in this place, and the sailors are looking for it. Okay. Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. Hey guys, I'm in New York City just hanging out and... I refuse to believe. Maybe you should start to. Real. Recognize me, please. There's nothing here. Go back. Don't listen to that guy. A free t-shirt. Need other side. Door, why you so... Door. How open? Open sesame. Open sesame. Makes game, includes door. Cannot open door. Thanks. Someday I will meet the person who made this. I help people because of the internal good feeling I get. Holy, no room. There's so much room for activities. Do you hear the chimes? They keep you going, don't they? The bells. They're ringing. I would like very much to be desired. Don't we all? Isn't that part of the human condition and experience? Well, congratulations. I don't really know where to go with this. You can go in here, I think. Don't bother. Game where you leave notes and suddenly everyone's a poet. Scared of writing something. Don't want to feel judged. This is where I get off. I failed to write anything here. I am compelled. Stop! Turn back! Proceeding further only result in misery! Take my hand. Let's jump together. Well, you lied. Cabin shapes our nation. What is that painting? I didn't see you get on. Does that matter if you ever get over there? Hey, don't talk about me that way. Very good game. Think of this. I think this is not going anywhere. I say, am I reading that wrong? Next time I will do better. It's true. The sun will rise and you will try again. I need someone to talk to. This is a note? Don't listen to the other notes. I'm not safe. What a stunning piece. Today I learned you cannot fall off. It's true. And you know what? You can't fall off if you were never on. That's the truth, Nuke. Ethical. I saw a person walking down there. Now it won't come back. Womp. Devil Tower Star. Reading tarot cards? The fuck is that? Maybe I'll feel real someday. He was, himself, the most horrible creature he could imagine. This place isn't OSHA compliant. There's this again, Devil Tower Star. It's about how this game is pretentious and you all suck. Stop pretending you are other people. Spoilers, it doesn't mean anything. We will all die someday, that is true. Who are all of you? Who are you people? Well done. All of you. Painting! What does it mean? Whoever made this has issues. Hey guys, how's it going? Just hanging. Hey guys, I'm in New York City, just hanging out. Art. Wait, I can get a mean screenshot right here. I just gotta get the art in the... Oh, well, I can't fucking crouch because my button's the same. God, man. I think it's about how things look messy from up close and perfect from far away. Cabbage shapes our nation. It's the second time. I am doing F12, but I have to hold control to crouch to take it. And then it's, so therefore it's control F12. From up here, it just looks like dots. Well, yeah, I mean, it's... That one blue looks a lot like mine, though, I won't lie. Stop faking it. God, got on my DMs. Stop that. Well, I'm here now. Yeah, we're all here now. There must be a reason for it, though. His terrible secret. He kept it well. I beat the game! More room?
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
Yeah, you could have... You know, I was gonna guess that, you know, when I got down there, but you just told me it immediately after you said you would tell me in a second. Scared of writing something. Don't want to feel judged. Escape, escape, we need escape. Now there's like voices playing, so I guess this is now, if I had to guess, maybe more of these on the way down are more negative? Almost there. I have seen everything. I've traveled the world. I've never told anyone. I wish there were notes in the real world. Become one with this spiraling nonsense. Downward. Keep digging.
Games, after exploring a theme that, you know, he might find difficult,
close your eyes
Coda
and wish for it really bad.
That he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how
Almost
it works.
at the end.
And so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
The familiarity. Does this puzzle have a solution? Oh my god, I've been here for literally an hour. What the fuck do I do? Help! Help! This doesn't make sense. The second door won't open. Shit. How do you solve it? Developer, answers please.
And because there's this dark area between the doors,
Oh.
the space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just
Heading
for a
back to the
moment,
start later, guys.
a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
It's not too bad in here. No solution. There is no second switch. No answer, I think? Wait, does one not come back when you... Bozos. You guys suck at this. The voices continue, though. Oh, God. How do you leave modes? There it is again. What the fuck? Oh. Hold on. It is... Speak, 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 speak. I'm trying. May to June 2009.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kinda just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, banger title.
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
I'm in the way again. My furniture ought to go in the center of the room. A TV with surround sound refrigerator. Put a giant hole in the ground, would you? Oh, close enough. How about along the wall of the room? Let's put a picture of a horse. Year of the horse. That's not a horse. What? I think we should light up this room a bit. Skylight. We don't need an LED. Let's get a nice skylight, natural lighting. Oh. And a table, you need, is this not a table? Pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. Tables were invented in 1935. Can we get a fact check on that? Pretty sure none of my choices make a difference. No, they don't. Oh. Oh dear. Many such prisons.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake. So, okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Oh, my eyes, fuck. Sweet mother of God. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. Okay. Click on the table. Pick up that can. Over to the photo frame and click to turn it slightly. Floor lamp in this room off, then back on. Okay. Left side sofa, move it over a little. Okay. Touch the shelves. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. So it's table, frame, on, off, move, shelf. Right? I'm not forgetting something. I'll figure it out. Table, frame, on, off the lamp, move the table, touch the shelf. Watch this shit.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events
to escape.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this, to see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison?
Coda is definitely an interesting critter.
But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself.
It's
Without
true.
It, you just spiral.
It's a difficult skill to build as a creative.
And going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons.
He's moved on.
This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
We're back to the lamppost. In a phone booth? Okay. Can I dial a number? Hello? Hello? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. You're me? I'm talking to myself? So you were trapped in this prison too?
It's a conversation.
It is.
And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone.
Needing creative partnership.
But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
True. That's where I am right now. Oh, I'm so glad to know I get out eventually. What's it like to escape? Actually, I'm already forgetting what being in the prison was like. Strange, but in a way, I kind of miss being in that prison. Feels like being completely still and wildly in motion at the same time. Do you feel any different? Some things I'm scared I'll get out, and then things will be exactly the same. Sometimes I'm scared I'll get out, and then things will be exactly the same as before. No, I'm really the same person now as I was back then. Actually, it does change. I don't feel like the same person at all. Oh, good. That's so nice to hear. That makes me feel really happy. Age just kind of does that, you know? I'm still me, but I'm not somehow. It's hard to describe. Remember to enjoy being who you are now. It won't last. 30 with that one. Wait, if you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? No, I think I'm the first person to call back. And can you tell me how to get out? Maybe I can come find you. What do I have to do? All you have to do is be sincere. You need to tell me how you feel right now. Just talk with me for a bit. Tell me how you feel. What? That will free me? It will. You can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Just tell me how you feel. It will make sense. We gotta use the promise word. I feel afraid that nothing will ever change. Go on. Oh.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
It would.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Introducing VR chat.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle.
Wow.
With the 2 doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Okay. Well, my goodness. I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. Thought I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself. And right miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on.
That's good.
From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
This is nice. I'm glad to stay here all night. Home loners, are we cleaning this whole place? Only the first one. But now you just might be getting a little ahead of yourself there, no? Why don't we start cleaning and then you decide whether you could do it all night? I'll finish up here. In the meantime, could you please clear the table? Sure. That's the table I want to see. Would you please run into the bedroom and make the bed? Yes. And we can straighten up the bookshelves and the rug. All the details matter. I ended up doing this job. A friend dragged me along at a time when I was particularly desperate for cash. Turns out I've never felt so good doing something for money in my whole life. Never did like cleaning my own home. I might have got some demons I ain't ready to face yet. Speaking of demons, someone put this couch all in a mess. Would you come out and straighten these pillows here? That's the first thing I noticed, personally. Beautiful. Oh dear, someone's put a drink by the couch. Get that up for you, no problem. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. Oh, you don't like that? No. It was stupid. Sorry, never mind. Ads. Fuck.
I love the kind of woman that will actually just kill me.
Use code Jarvis_life in the Fortnite and Rocket League item shops for infinite yummers. Or else. Who the fuck are you?
Is running for president. American
Use code Jarvis_life in the Fortnite and Rocket
is running for president. American
I love the kind of woman that will actually just kill me.
Use code Jarvis_life in the Fortnite and Rocket League item shop.
Is running for president. America needs his calm and steady leadership to build a safer America, a prosperous America, a stronger America. Vote for Mr. Frog, and together we can build Mr. Frog's America.
Hello, I'm Mr. Frog and I approve this message. No, I don't. I hate you. Fuck you.
I love the kind of woman that will actually just kill me. You know, when I left the house today, I was thinking, damn.
Use code Jarvis_life in the Fortnite and Rocket League item shops for infinite. Continue. These dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come do that? I feel like I'm doing a lot of the heavy lifting here, but... Let's check the tub needs cleaning. No, just scrub it down as best you can. No need to be perfect. We're all just human. Hey! Yeah, I did notice the books earlier too. We'll get those. Yes! Perfect. Aren't they getting paid for this? Where's our cut?
After
Exactly.
The set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing.
Oh,
It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
You have absolutely got to own it, otherwise it owns you. So why don't we be with the task at hand and leave the future chores to future you? Present you wants to smooth out the rug in the bedroom, believe it or not. Trust me on this one.
Actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
I think I'm starting to pick up on what happens here. Grossly happy. Earlier when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. No, there's truth to that. It's a reflection. Anyway, so housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books. Would you please clean up the books? Oh, I remember.
I'm glad he made this.
My mistake, Coda.
Found some peace.
Shut up a bit. Yeah, I got that. Question. Yes.
But
you enjoy this?
Of course, it can't last.
Yeah.
The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
It's true. You know, I've currently exited said dark space, and it's inevitable. Tough times create strong people. Don't mind me. There it is again.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
September 2009. 8 years after that tragedy.
This one gets a bit goofy.
Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No. You came here to be perfect. Not quite my tempo. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends and people in your life to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way in your own life? Who do you know who is so well developed as a person that they make you feel disgusted with yourself, compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful? I intend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp. And the question is not how do we do it, but how do we do it effortlessly? This is easy. It's so easy. It is so easy.
About halfway through the game,
being perfect is effortless. This is the key. How do we achieve it? No effort. No way to work. I feel utterly a person to start contributing to society.
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Is this a story of like projection? What the fuck? Drinking is not hurting my life. I'm developing a cyst. Gross. Do you understand that you won't be happy until you love me? This is for you. Seek out only one thing. What is the easiest, simplest path forward? There is no truth. There is no path. I'm just kidding. I'm just screwing around, you know. What about a good teacher? Holy shit! Something's coming out of the back of the classroom. Everyone, run! I'm losing my mind. I'm scratching the chalkboard.
I feel like
Perfection.
It's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way.
This is fine.
And completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human.
It's true.
I think about this game a lot these days.
We're in 2010 now. Coda's doing a pretty good job here, I must say.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Little flaws, and it's a black hole. Oh my. Jesus Christ! Little performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you'll be playing as me. We are a gathering of professionals. First, we'll start leaning against this wall. Good. Stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's her dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on. Say something to her. Sorry, I have to leave. Hello? Hello? That's it? That's not a conversation. You'd actually converse with her, be a human being. Do it again. I like you? I want you. Super scared right now. Here are all of my hopes and dreams. No, that's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. Hydrate mid-conversation. Sorry, the voice in my head told me to do that. Nice. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. You're messing it all up again. You'll freak her out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on this. I want to try something. Oh, shit. There it is again. The calling card. Oh dear.
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating.
Isolation can destroy a man.
Possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
June 2010. Mobius trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. Okay. This is getting too real and too close. Yeah. Do I really need to keep my eyes closed? Oh, okay, what?
Life is pain! I hate my...
Okay, you know what? You know what, Mew? That helps. No cheating. Okay, well, when I open my eyes to take them off, there is dialogue. How the fuck am I supposed to... Okay, now they're closed. I wanted to at least pick a dialogue option. Okay. Oh, fuck. I need to... Did we crash? I think we crashed? I forgot to start the timer. I'm now...
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already.
No.
It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise.
Let me start.
And there is a solution, by the way.
Let me start the timer? On my stream deck? I forgot to do that. Excuse me for... Oh. The fuck? I just made me alt-tab. I tapped a button on my stream deck that made me open my Twitch. My Twitch. Oh, fuck. God, it must suck to be blind. I think we crashed again. Sorry, 1 second, please. There we go. Alright. So I assume we crash on a loop? I kind of wish this was like, it gave me audio cues to really stick with the bit. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. I don't know if I'm on like even a right path. I think we're in a spaceship, and I assume we're just crashing into something over and over again. I should probably start clicking. I should probably I've tried that. One more time. What if I just start button mashing? What if I just really start really get going, you know? Really get going. I mean, surely by dumb... Okay, I'm not doing this anymore. Glasses are still off. Okay, I have no idea what the fuck I was supposed to be doing the whole time then.
Right, let me explain how you're supposed to do this. On either side of the room are elevators, which go up to an upper level. You have to go up, walk over to the person who's standing there, and then select dialogue option number 2.
Only way to stop is to speak something that's honest. Okay, we're making progress. The narrator might have been onto something when he said the look. Okay, so something honest. It is honest. I am bursting with creative energy. That isn't truthful. Oh, I have to pick one saying I'm not having fun anymore, isn't it? Yeah. It is, isn't it? I have to self-insert as Coda. I can't keep making these. That's it. That's the truth. I'm squinting so hard to see this text. Yes, I am that blind without glasses.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order...
You know, I'm really starting to pick up on where this is going anyway, and if it's going where I think it's going to go, it's still going to destroy me when it's revealed.
To keep themselves disconnected all the time, it was that kind of thing.
I can't figure out how to say the thing.
Relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
Thought it was going to be easy. I haven't been honest. I can't figure out how to say the thing. You're doing it. It's working. I'm alone. I'm stuck in it. I have to work harder. I feel like given some themes Coda has explored up to this point, it's probably I'm alone. We're going to be okay.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Oh boy. We're already in December 2010. I think it said at the beginning, the games are from 2008 to 2011, so we're almost at the end already. Okay, that's very bright and hurts my glasses, missing face. What is this? A rebirth. Whoa, hello. Where did this island come from? How did I get it? How do I get out of here? Hello, is anyone there? Well, this is cool. Is that a person? How lovely. Oh, timer's up. Thank Christ. What's wrong? You look lost. I'm completely out of ideas. When I try to create, I feel empty. I have nothing left to give to my work. Another island. How quaint. Oh no! What's happened? Did something change? Oh. There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me to start it again. This music is really... If you're looking for a machine, I think I know where it is. It isn't far. I need to see it to know why it stopped. I can take you to it, but there's a problem.
Featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations. This one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
If you can help me solve the puzzle, we'll find the machine. Deal? Deal. Perfect.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
First, you have to open the door. Now you have to close the first door. Now just press the switch here. That was so simple.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't.
You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Oh, dude. I think these are all the dialogue options I chose. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. You're breaking down the walls. Are these all of my dialogue options? Keep saying that creation is easy. I'm constantly excited and enthusiastic about my work.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create.
I'm picking up on the constant use of past tense. I feel like I know what. Yeah, bad time. We're gonna let it roll. Actually, these options look like the dialogue options I didn't say, because I didn't say the one with the TV. Or maybe it's just showing every option I had up until this point. This is...
Become angry and frustrated like this.
I'm starting...
the worst thing for me.
I'm starting to get anxious. I'm starting to get anxious. I'm being so honest. Pain breezes effortlessly off me. Any sacrifices made for my work are worth it 100% of the time. It always pays off eventually. I hope so.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
I will be saved by my work. I believe it's unquestioningly I am a vessel for certainty. There is no shame, no fear, no guilt. I will be saved by my work. There it is again. The lamppost.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
Is this the last one? The machine. Glad to see you've arrived safely. Ma'am, we've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be brutal. Someone called the press. Maybe a bit of attention on this one. It calls itself Coda. Okay. So the second idea I had is the one that happened. I was hinging a little... I'll explain when the game's done. Can you give us the answers? The machine? Is it actually a machine? What are your next actions? Where's the machine now? What can you tell us? Ma'am, give us the answers. Fuck you. Do my own thing. Oh, here it is, the machine. Oh, hey, how nice.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you've put them through? It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. How could we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job? So here's what needs to happen. You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize to them. You have to admit to the people that you allowed them to suffer. I've been so alone. Apologize for leaving me. I have seen the thing you fear. I will apologize to the people on your behalf. People of New York, I, as your new mayor, my followers, my friends. Okay, I'm gonna go with friends. My friends! Oh, sorry, should I... Hold on. My friends! I have a troubling revelation. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. Let us show it that we are not failures. Ooh, do we destroy the machine or destroy what the machine has created? Oh, Christ. That's not where I thought this was going. Huh. Do we destroy the machine, or do we destroy what the machine has created? If you destroy the machine, you get no more work, but the work out there still exists. If you destroy what the machine has created, the work is gone, the machine still exists. But we kill what's made the machine so interesting. But it could be an opportunity for the machine to start again, to repopulate with more work. I guess it's commentary on how much of you is in your work, because then that would make it more difficult to destroy the work. But if you destroy the machine, then there's guaranteed to be no more work. I'm gonna say destroy everything that the machine has created. Follow me! We will destroy everything that the machine has created! Greetings, programs! Oh. We're using assets now, are we, Coda? Where is the machine? Where is the machine?
Remember, you can click to fire the gun.
Oh. These gunshots are much quieter than I thought they would be. Oh, I can just... Coda! I'll make sure your work dies here! Or... I'll make sure you're known forever. Isn't that what you're scared of? You're exposed to the view of others every day forever? Seen in naked clarity?
And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking,
destroy the typewriters!
I could be the one.
Destroy the free press! They cannot be trusted!
Start actively soliciting feedback. So, what if I did it for him?
Oh, is that what the game is?
have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Fuck this room in particular! Your life's work!
So I started showing Coda's work to people.
It's nothing!
And the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him.
I stuck in the big door! You. The pain. The lamp. And the generator. There's no need for this.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves
this
purely
isn't doing
in my
anything,
work,
is it?
there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt
Just
like
keep
there was
firing.
a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy, so beautifully beautiful.
Yeah, it made you happy, well, but what about Coda? What about Coda? Oh, here it is.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
Oh Christ, now the anxiety comes rushing back. Early predictions?
This is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Oh dear. Where's that light even coming from? Okay.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Oh, really? I saw the first one, no problem. Ah, fuck!
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible.
What?
Every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable.
Okay, you don't go that
The game goes
way.
beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all.
Okay, well, that's an entrance,
But
I
I do
think.
want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
For the hell of it, I kind of want to try, if I could at least get halfway. This is clearly the entrance here. Okay, that's too far. Okay, that's also too far. That time's actually my bad. Okay, I'm not doing this. I changed my mind. There wasn't, you know, a potentially seizure-inducing flash every time. I would probably try that for like at least 3 more minutes, honestly.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores, and you just
I did pick up
forever.
on that, yes.
I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
Gambling.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made.
One.
It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here.
1738.
I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Hey. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. Well, I had the first digit right. And the 5th. Look at me. I should be a game developer. Jackpot.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't
You can't
fix the problem.
You can't say that.
But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person.
Oh, jeez.
I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
I did notice them quite a bit.
And he wouldn't.
It was kind of a calling card. Ooh, that's pretty.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed.
This feels like the very end.
Did I screw up?
Oh. Thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
You know, you did start to solicit his work to other people without asking. Wow. And without basically jailbreaking the game and let's say like no clipping to this section, there's no way it could have known this by actually just playing the game. Because behind the lock, the maze, like the 6-digit code. So Coda made it almost impossible for the narrator to figure out the truth, to realize this conclusion. Because he didn't want to drop something like that, but he still wanted to get it off his chest. So this was a way of expressing that frustration. Why did you ruin the passion? And if you notice, also hello Prism, first time chatter. If you notice, the games start to get more unhinged the longer Coda knew Davy. Because Davy was almost acting as the audience. You know, you're not giving the audience answers, you're just making the thing. But now that you have an audience to technically feed, because Davy's always prying about the process and like, what do your things mean? What if you don't want to explain them? Oh, shit. Dude.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt...
Yep.
It felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I read that like a fucking book. I wonder at times whether you think I am making these games for you. I read that like a fucking book. You've so infected my personal space.
The people who played them, they treated me like I was important.
That it's impossible I begin to plant solutions on my work somewhere hidden between games.
Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally, for a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
If there was an answer, a meeting, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Creating these games as strange and inconclusive as they might have been, they were an outlet. And you torched that person's outlet by creating expectation. By giving them an audience they didn't ask for. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them? Are you fucking kidding me? I gotta assassinate that real quick, don't mind me. Are you serious?
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing.
Would you simply let them be what they are?
What does that mean?
When I'm around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something, and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. It's true. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks, and that you make peace with this thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I am talking about, don't say anything. So the story is almost more...
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean,
wow.
Is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work?
Just like that, it's now flipped on the narrator. I don't think it will, but
there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
The narrator became the pestering audience that needed art to inspire them to live their life. Oh my fucking god. Dude really added the lamppost himself.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm
Oh my god, it is.
Always more.
Always
like
more.
A disease.
The narrator is Davey Redden, the real creator of the Stanley Parable. What do you mean by real creator? Was he like, was it fucking taken from him?
Solution. I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
So it's constantly implying, it's forcing, it's also, wow, there's a lot to unravel here. So Davy's interpretation of Coda's work was constantly implying something that it's not, but he implied it so objectively that he made his interpretation and assumed that that was the case. Was that hellbent on this is my perception of it. This is my perception of your work. And I've done nothing but imply that that's absolutely 100% the case.
Is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Slow Rush reference? Can you believe this guy is related to Doug? I have heard of that before. I remember. I do know that. I don't remember how. Are they brothers? Step brothers? Half brothers? Isn't that how they're related? They are brothers, yeah. That's fucking awesome. Imagine being the mom of two people like that.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be?
Good question.
It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable.
I wrestle with it
I actually cannot conceive of what that would be
all
like.
the time. Gotta remember your why. Why you got started with the shit that you do. That has to be your #1 reason all the time. We are out of snoozes, so when the ad break starts, I will pause the game. Then wait for it to finish.
I think I need to go.
I think you've needed to go for a while.
I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
Fuck, man. Dude, the Stanley Parable did not fuck me up as bad. That's ominous. Well, okay, admittedly, unless there's more here, because we are in the epilogue, my interpretation, I mean, it's definitely a twist, because, you know, you speak in past tense, and then there for the level with literally titled The Machine, the pronoun switch, I was, all of a sudden, I was fed two different narratives that do not seem to be the case. Holy fucking shit, this is... Wow. So the games that Coder was making were actually about how Davy was making them feel. It wasn't their own self-spiraling, it was a spiraling created by the expectation and the behavior of Davy. That's nuts. That's fucking nuts. So the machine was kind of just an allegory for Davy and the people that were seeing the work, because again, you know, if you feed the beast will kill you. In this case, they visualize that with the machine. Oh my god, is that the thing from one of the earlier levels? The beam that you had to stand in to make it stop? Holy fucking shit, man. Nothing to it but to do it. Oh, does it still work like before? It does. Let me guess, credits roll. Oh. Life, man.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me prove that I'm brave. Let me keep going. But the cave goes for miles and miles and miles. And you're so tired, but I know that you're strong. So turn back. Turn back.
I'm not entirely sure what to say. That was the beginner's guide. Okay. Well, that might be the most moving game I've ever played. Wow. I needed that. I'm very glad I was reminded of this game in the final week of last year and chose for that to be the first thing I streamed this year. This might be the first game I've played this year. Okay. By the one level where you're doing the dishes around the house, or level of game, you know, that it can be used interchangeably. I was getting the impression that, well, first off, the depression was real, as implied by the end there. It wasn't, because Davey, which is going around basically telling people that they're depressed and they're making these games and taking longer to make these games because they're spiraling, because they're self-isolating. My interpretation with that was, okay, and you're talking in past tense all the time, that Coda was no longer with us. But in reality, the past tense was used because Coda got up and left, and basically used the game as an outlet, the final game, to say, hey, I hate what you've done to me, basically. I hate what you've done to the thing that I love. Yes, reality, Coda was no longer with Davy. Exactly. Exactly. But that's the thing, is that's when I thought that was good. By that level, I was kind of sitting there, I was like, you have done nothing but refer to Coda as past tense. But, and then for a glimmer on the level about, you know, like the pronoun switch, I was like, okay, is this, is like Muse said, is this a trans arc? In reality, it's arguably even more gut-wrenching than either of those, because it was created by another person. It wasn't somebody wrestling with their own self-doubt. It was, they were wrestling with self-doubt created by another person that thought that they were doing something good. But instead of stopping and doing what's best for the other person, they were selfish with somebody else's work. Which is super fascinating, because, oh my God, there's a lot of takeaways, I feel like, from that. Because as the audience, you wait for the artist to make something, for the creator to make something. But in a way, from the creative perspectives, when you make something and then you put it out for everyone to see and consume and relate to and try and understand, it's not really yours anymore. So you just hope that in the process of you making it, it is still you in that process. You're not doing something just to do it. You still want from before it hits the world, basically the internet, an audience, whatever, before you release it and you finish with it and you put it out there, you just have to make sure that it is a representation of you, which is what every single one of the games that Coda made was. They started as silly things to, you know, wrestle with game development. Then they started to have meaning, and there's probably a correlation between when they started to have more meaning and when Davy had more of an effect on them. Wow. Because all along the way, that was the motivation. Coda was still always using game development as an outlet and wanted it to stay that way, but Davy was sharing their work anyway, and Davy got something out of it that Coda didn't. In a way, Davy became more fulfilled by Coda's work than Coda was himself. Fuck, man. Wow. Oh my fucking God. Okay. Fuck. When you say to the crowd, destroy the machine's work, that was Davy changing the game. So really replace the machine with Coda along the way, and that's what's happening. Yeah, because from the beginning, you know, it's like, oh, this was intentionally designed to be weird, but we we want to move past it. So here's a bridge, or I'll just open the door for you. It wasn't designed that way, you know? Wow, look at all these wonderful, you know, staircases and hallways outside of, outside of this level that you can't see. Oh, but you're floating above it right now. Notice that. Like, look at all these things that you wouldn't otherwise see if I didn't do this for you. But that's not how it was designed. If the creator wanted you to see that, they would. They would give you a ability to do so. Fuck, man. Fuck. That's so fucking... This makes me want to... God bless. This makes me want to... What a way to say so much. But also, like, putting yourself at fault. And I'm going to safely assume that Coda never saw this and never reached out and that bridge is still burnt. I'm going to assume that. That's, I had no idea what to expect going into this. But I'm impressed. To condense that much into 2 hours is really fucking impressive. Extremely impressive. Only for it to basically function on the way out as like an apology letter and like an opportunity for Davy to really look at himself in the mirror and essentially act as a what have I done dilemma. It's unfucking real, man. I don't know if I want to do anything after playing this. I really don't know. God, because it's like there's so many like different ways you could talk about it. Instead of like looking at it as a whole, you can analyze different sections and right, like you saw me taking themes away from it well before we reached the twist. Oh my God, man. That was fucking spectacular. I'm very glad that was the first game the first thing period I streamed this year. There's a lot of lessons you can take away from it. I feel like you could bulk play like 2 or 3 of the games inside of it and take a lesson away from that. Like just like a fifth of this game alone. Let alone playing the whole thing and getting the twist and realizing like what that means. How sometimes you need to let the artist do their own thing, express themselves, not collude with that too much. But it could also be commentary of, if you let the audience dictate you too much, like it can go both ways. I guess it's primarily Davy's fault because like even I picked up early on, I was like, yeah, you seem to be getting a lot out of this, but like, what about Coda? I just didn't. Fuck, man. It goes both ways. There's a lot of things you can take away from it. For Coda, like if you let the audience, quote unquote, in this case Davy, and then eventually the people Davy was showing the game to, if you let that fuck with you, you know, it can ruin what you love, but at the same time, you didn't ask for it to be shared. That was done against your will. And really, with the internet now as a whole, people can do that. People can relentlessly talk about and share and promote and repost and steal your work without your consent. Just as much as people can ask and you can say yes, and then it spreads organically that way. Man. I'm gonna go here for a second. Oh my fucking god. My hands are up, man. Actually, wait, now that you say that reminds me, I need to unhide it. Alright. We just heard, I think I heard the hydrate thing twice. I have plenty of water on me, I just need to... Holy fucking shit, man. Oh my god. This makes me want to... Okay, don't roll your eyes at me, but this makes me want to make a game. Or make something that really says something, but not in a video necessarily, but in something that you can come back to and re-experience. That says something, that gives you something really fucking serious to sit with. Wow. It is weirdly motivating. It's... Oh my lord. Fuck, dude, that was fucking phenomenal. That was so good. I don't know what the fuck I want to do after this. Oh my god, I can't even fucking speak. Am I bitch made if I don't want to do anything? It just kind of makes me want to get back to work.